Hey guys, this is my at-home tutorial about how you take care of your hair replacement system. Went in the shower with some C22, caught a lip in the back or the front, and just slowly sprayed it and peeled it off. Kept grabbing it near the scalp instead of just stretching it all the way out and just pulling on it. Tug near the base where it's stuck and just keep spraying it. It'll come off. For everything that you'll be doing today, this is a whole resetting your whole system. You'll need some C22 to take it off, some Ghost Bond glue or any adhesive to put it back on, or tape if you're using that. Some clippers, ideally some foil ones as well, so you can get down all the way to skin without having to use a razor. You're going to be needing something to spread the glue around, some cotton, some toilet paper, and a dish. So since I've already taken it off, before I do anything else, I'm going to grab my piece and I'm going to get a cotton ball, dab it on my piece so we can get some of the adhesive off. What should be happening is the glue should be sticking to the cotton and it should stick on there. Do this all over. All right, so once you're done with that, it should look something like this. What you're going to do is you're going to spray some of the C22 in the dish that you chose. It should be big enough to where it actually holds your piece. Just like a pretty thin layer of it. Place it cotton side down into the dish. And we're gonna set this to the side while we shave our head, because this needs to sit for maybe like 5 minutes to get the removal process started. For this step, I really recommend having some mirrors set up. I've got my 3 mirrors right here set up, and I've got a mirror right there. You can also use your phone if you don't have mirrors like this, but just try to get it as close to your hairline perimeter as possible, to really get the best adhesion to your scalp as possible. Once you've got that done, make sure you get all of the excess little micro hairs off of your scalp, either using a brush like this or using something like a towel. Just make sure your scalp is clean because you're about to seal it back up for a little while. Make sure that if you're actually going to shave your scalp down, down to skin, alcohol your scalp before you shave because it's gonna burn like crazy if you don't. Now we can go back to the hair piece that has been soaking in the C22. What we're gonna do now is we're going to grab some toilet paper, and we are going to We're gonna start just rubbing this with the toilet paper, and what's gonna happen is the cotton is gonna adhere to the glue, and it's gonna start peeling up like this. And this is how we take it off easily. A couple tips for doing this is do not peel it off into the hair. That's gonna really suck to get out. And yeah, this may take about anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, and you'll get quicker at this. So once you have it all off, it doesn't feel tacky or anything anymore. Take some alcohol and just clean it off really quick. We want to make sure this thing's clean. We don't want anything trying to grow or do anything underneath this. It doesn't happen, it's not a common thing, but it doesn't mean it won't happen. Make sure it's dry. Next step is we are going to start to try to line up where we want this thing to sit on our head. Look for the crown or look for the tag on it. That's to the back. And so we're just gonna plop it on here and we're gonna line it up. You can do this a couple different ways. You can do it by doing the front. If you've had a hair system for a while, you'll have a line or something like that on your skin from just getting more exposure to the sun. And that can be your guide, or you can do it from the back with some mirrors and line up the back of it to your balding area and then readjust the front. I'm going to do that real quick. super important thing too is like when you think you have it about right where it needs to be in the back, lift up and see where the poly, which is the base, is going to line up with the area that you shaved. So in my case, this is how it looks. All right, that side looks good. Check out this side. Cool. If there's a bit of an overlap, it's okay. It's not gonna mess anything up. And you can double check, triple check, quadruple check if you want to. We're trying to make this look right and make it look natural. So try to be as perfect as possible. And if it is really bad, if you put it on there and it's just not it, you can always just take it off. It's not in a day, don't freak out. Just spend some extra time with the C22, take it off, reapply it. It's not a big deal. Once you have it where you want it to be without the adhesive, we're gonna place a headband right in the middle of it, like right behind the ears. And then we are going to lift up the back. And this is whenever we're going to start applying the adhesive. And then once that's dry, we're gonna lay the back down, and then that's gonna act as an anchor, and then we can lift up the front and then do the front. That's the best way that I found to do it by yourself. Ideally, you'd want to do this like all in one fell swoop and just put it all down at the same time, but you're gonna mess up. It's just gonna happen. Use a spatula. We're gonna let this dry either 5 minutes or until all of this stuff is no longer white and it's clear. If you want to test it, you can take the back end of your spatula or the front end, doesn't matter, and test how tacky it is. If it feels like it's gonna like a good tug, then it's ready for the second layer. All right, it's time for the second layer because it all has turned to clear. So now that it's all dry and everything for the second coat, we are now going to grab underneath like this, and we're going to now apply it back to our scalp. The way that I like to make sure that this all lines up is I pay attention to these sides and make sure that it's not getting too wonky on one side or the other. But put your middle finger in the middle and then the rest of your fingers on the outside and kind of stretch outwards and slowly roll it on. So make sure to keep looking at the sides to make sure they're not going overlap too much or underlapping, I guess is a word. These mirrors are super duper helpful if you're doing this by yourself. I think I bought it on Amazon for like 50 bucks. So if this is something you're gonna be doing a lot, this is definitely worth it. All right, and now it's on there. I'll go ahead and press down on it pretty good for about 20 seconds or so, massage it in. And then now it's time for the super attractive part of flipping this back. Looks great. Same thing to the front, bunch of little dots. Let's get going. And I'm kind of going right up to the line of where I know this hairpiece is going to sit. Try not going too much past it. And if you do, it's okay. It's just more of like an ease kind of thing. If you go past it, you're gonna have some glue on your forehead, and that's gonna like kind of make the hair stick to your forehead, which is always kind of annoying. If that happens, just use some C22 or alcohol on your forehead to get it up. All right, same thing, 5 minutes or until it is no longer white. The second layer, Okay, so cool. Now that it's all dry and everything, it is time to lay down the front part of it. Same thing as the back. Put some pressure on the middle of it with some of your fingers. And I'm gonna try to do this in the camera so you can really see what I'm doing. Watch the edges. That's gonna be your main guide for this. I'll revert back to the mirror in a second just to make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, cool. Same thing as the back. Same thing. Just press it down pretty good. Your hair system is now on there. Let's freaking go. Good job. All right, at this point you can kind of check the hairline, see what kind of job you did with the glue. If you got like a little bit of over, if you need if you have like a lip, you can just always apply some more glue underneath there. Always make sure that you let this glue dry. If you don't let it dry, it's not gonna stick, it's gonna slide, it's gonna get in your hair, and it's gonna suck. Don't prematurely put it down. If you have a brush like this, it's kind of soft, and you have some glue on your forehead that the hair is sticking to, you can use this to just kind of like brush that up. You don't want to use like an actual like brush or a comb, because these teeth are going to get underneath the base and just peel everything up that you just did. Good luck. Hope it goes well.